Welcome back to Subtle Scent Treasures. Today we're going to do the Gingerbread Man soap. All of our Christmas soaps are going to be based on family traditions that we do at home. We're only going to do 3 this year, plus some extra body care items, like we're doing shave soap, facial soap, and we're probably going to add some body sprays too. We are going to use Nature's Gardens Gingerbread soap, and here are some of my embeds. I actually hand painted all these. We actually do Gingerbread Man cookies and not the houses because I have a lot of kids. Keeping an eye on a house to make sure they don't eat it doesn't happen. And then we got some little gumballs that we're going to put on top of it. So, we're going to get started. I have my oils and my lye water all ready to go. Safety first, we got the gloves. And then I do have a pair of goggles that I wear. Alright. Burr stick blender to get the air bubbles out from underneath it. And then pour my lye water right down the stick blender. Put that off to the side. And here we go. Now we're just going to take it right to emulsification because I do have sort of a complicated design, so I want some time to work with it. I am going to pour off a little bit into this container. Not much because I'm going to be adding more. Because we are actually going to make a small design in the middle of the soap, because this fragrance oil does discolor, so I can't keep my colors the way I need them to stay if I mix it all with the fragrance oil. Now that I've made a lovely mess everywhere, clean up my mess a little bit. You guys will see with these videos, like, I make constant messes. Okay. So, I'm actually going to pour a little bit of this back into the container, and probably pour a little bit of that back in there too. Okay, so I have titanium dioxide. I'm going to make this big container white. You know what, I'm actually going to do that last because titanium dioxide will make your soap set up faster. So I'm going to put a wee bit of purple in here. yellow here. And a little bit of blue. And then I am going to take and just mix these up really well. And make sure we get every little bit colored. My kids actually had a say-so in this soap design because it's one of their favorite Christmas traditions. Trying to move super fast. Alright. I will bring you all back once I get all of this mixed up. Okay, we are back. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pour these soaps in here to make a in the pot swirl for the middle of the soap. I know the green kind of looks icky right now, but when I go to cut it, you'll see that it is actually a very nice, pretty green after it sets up a little bit. Okay. I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we are going to pour the mocha brown color with the gingerbread fragrance oil in it to about a quarter of the way up, because we're actually going to make a centerpiece that is the white with all the candy colors. Like I said, it's the fragrance oil discolors, so it can't be mixed in with our pretty little batch right here. am going to have to wait for it to set up a little bit so that the white doesn't break through. Okay, so this soap takes forever to set up. I've actually done dishes and everything else waiting for it to set up, so we're just gonna try it and see what happens. I'm actually gonna put my spatula over it and run the soap down to try to break its fall, so that maybe, it's working. It's working. Doesn't look like it's breaking through. But so this fragrance oil way decelerates trace, because this white soap is actually way more set up than the brown. Alright, so we are actually going to tamp this down, shimmy it a little bit, because we are going to lay the top brown layer on top. Now, and this in the bucket setup, I have never had that happen. What happened? It didn't set up in the mold but it way set up outside the mold. So this is not going to turn out the way I had originally planned, but that's okay. It happens. It'll still be pretty. It's just going to be a very interesting soap. So, I'm just going to pat it down a little bit, make sure it gets all the corners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape it into the sample size bar mold. Get as much of the soap out as I can. I'm going to do the same thing on the sample bar mold. We're just going to pat it down, try to even it out a little bit. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Alright. Then I'm going to break this up a little bit, and I am just going to plop it right on top. Scrape it out. And then I'm gonna take the soap that was left in these little containers and do a drop swirl in the sample bars. Like, I know the green looks funky and inky right now, but it'll be really pretty when it cures a little bit. All right, we are back to start piping. My piping set up way quickly. So we're doing 3 dollops right across. And a little bit of it where it came loose. from this side. So that's probably going to be my kids' bar. Trying to move kind of quickly because my piping is moving very fast. Dollars. 2 here. Oh crap. There was something I wanted to do first. I'm actually going to leave my trying to move so fast because of my piping. I forgot to do my original plan, which is doing a little bit of drizzling in between the piping, and you'll see the effect when I cut it, and it's a really cool effect. Get it just a little bit more spread out. Alright. But my piping's moving so fast that I got distracted. It's actually doing fine now that it's in the bag, but it's in the bowl. It's setting up super quick. Push. Okay. Just keep chugging right along. Okay. Now we're going to put a little blue right down the middle. Now, we're going to do our last row of piping. And I am totally off my mark. Okay. We are going to do a little bit of piping on the sample bars. Not much, especially since it's still not set up enough. So we are going to wait for that to set up still. Alright, then I want to put a little bit of purple on the top. And a little bit of red. Not doing a lot on the top. Okay, so then I'm using some silver bio glitter from Nurture Soap. And we are just going to do a light dusting . The soap smells so good. It needs to be Christmas. Christmas is my favorite time of year. even though we do Mad Dash on Christmas Day, but making sure everything's evenly coated. Alright, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to be putting my little gingerbread men in, and I'm going to alternate them to make it easier to cut. And I kind of got to move quickly because, yeah, this is setting up really fast. I guess I wasn't too far off my marks like I thought I was. And I'm alternating them sides because it makes it easier to cut them when the time comes. And now I'm going to make sure each of these soaps have 3 little gumballs. Actually, wipe my hands real fast because I'm kind of got frosting everywhere. Alright. They're going to have 3 random colors. Like, I'll make sure each one is 3 different colors. But I made more than 3 colors. So, keep setting my fingers in the soap frosting. But actually just, if you decide to make soap for yourself, don't just take your glove off like I just did. It's a big no-no. Raw soap will hurt, but done this long enough that if I don't have gloves on, I can feel everything better. Alright, this is going to take a while, so I will actually bring you back when it's all done. Alright, so this is what it looks like, all completed. I'm going to give it a good spraying of rubbing alcohol, set it all in, and bring you in for a close-up. Alright, this